welcome to the replay. If you are interested in figuring out how to have a free sample of your book to boost your book sales, you are in the right place, so stick around. Hey Ron, you got my email. Said I was gonna be on. I couldn't text you. I had just gotten all my title placed and I didn't want to exit out of my Periscope app. So welcome. As y'all are joining, pop in the chat, tell me your name and where you're from, what you're writing. Especially if you're new. If this is the first time you have joined us here for the Lunchtime Writing Scope, then type in new in the chat so I can say hi. And hopefully I'll be seeing some familiar faces. I wish we could multitask. It's true. Someday, when chips are planted inside of our brains, we'll be able to run Periscope and Twitter at the same time through microchips. Okay, sorry. I'm not meaning to go in this weird direction. We really are going to talk about books and writing and how to do a sample ebook. So, scary. Well, you do write paranormal stuff, Ron. It should be in there. All right. Who am I? I am Morgan Giss McDonald. I'm a writing coach and editor and an author. I run my business and my blog out of paperravenbooks.com. Thanks for the hearts. You can see right there, paperravenbooks.com. I take scope notes for you. So as we're talking today about all the cool stuff about sample ebooks and whatnot, if you want to catch the notes later for links and whatnot, paperravenbooks.com/periscope. Catch the notes and the replays and the transcripts. While we're over here, we are trying to build a community of scoping writers. We want to be able to find each other. So we've decided to start using this hashtag, Periscope Writers. If you scope and you write, not necessarily at the same time, please use Periscope Writers so we can find you and connect with you and come support your scopes. I'm uber organized. We're getting there. It's a daily process. If you're new to Periscope, you tap hearts to let me know that you like what we're talking about, that you're engaged, and it makes me happy. I like it. Thanks for the hearts. See, it makes me smile. If you like to talk about writing, hit the little Perry dude down there and change that plus to a check. You'll follow me. So every time I hop on Scope to talk about writing, it'll send you a little notification and you can either hop on live then, which of course I love because then I get to say hi to you and you get to ask questions, or you can catch the replay at a more convenient time. Either way, you should follow. There's another thing. Oh, if you know someone who's writing a book and you think that you want to help them market the book and make money and be a successful author, which is a really nice way to support your friend, share this broadcast. Hit the little swipe left, right, up, down in a circle, and no, there's a better way. I think you swipe left on iOS. Thank you, Ron. And it lets you share on Twitter, Periscope, or Facebook. Alrighty, guys, let's dive in. So this week has been sort of talking about writing as a business. And Tracy's in the room. Hey, Tracy. This is very relevant to you, Tracy. So we're talking about writing as your business and the fact that in order to sustain your life and livelihood as an author, you got to sell the books, right? So it's it's a real challenge because as writers, we tend to focus a lot more on the craft, which you know I love. I love to talk about writing and editing and the nitty-gritty, but at some point we got to sell the books too. So how do we do this? Thanks, Tracy. Yeah, there are a lot of great ways, and we can get more into. Earlier in the week we talked about websites and list building, and yesterday we talked. Oh, that was yesterday. Gosh, this week. We've also talked about just generally starting to read and dig into business books. Selling is fun once you get into it. Once you get over that initial little hurdle. Selling is fun because you're introducing readers to a whole new world. Starving is not fun. Exactly, Ron. That could be a tagline for an author trying to sell or market. Authorsmarket.com. Selling is fun, starving is not. So there are lots of different strategies, but I want to talk to you today about a really easy one. This is especially easy if you are coming out with a book or you already have a book published. So we are going to be working on building your email list, and the easiest way to do that is to offer a free sample of your book. Put the cover and chapter 1 in an ebook, in a little PDF package, and offer that for free so people can get a taste of your book before they buy it. This is similar to the way Amazon allows you, thanks for the hearts guys, Amazon allows people to look in the first 10 pages, well, the first 10% of your book. So people can already see some of your first pages, but those people are not necessarily hopping on your email list, and you can't necessarily promote. It's not like you want to send out an email that says, hey guys, go to Amazon.com and look at the inside cover and read the first 10% of my book. What? Instead, you can send an email with a little link, a nice pretty link that says, hey, here's a free sample of my book. Use opt-in links. Ron, you're like full of great ideas. Opt-in links I have not used. But I will show you what I have used, and this was actually not even my idea. I've mentioned my transcriber guy. He's also my social media guy, and he introduced me to this whole concept and walked me through it. So now I'm going to share the love and walk you through it. So the first thing is you have your book, and oh, it's a WordPress plugin. Ooh, I love WordPress plugins. I will have to check that out. Thank you. So this is sort of assuming that you did what we talked about earlier in the week, which is set up an email list that just grabs the emails of people who will be interested in reading your book. I have a social media guy. Tracy, I have all sorts of guys. It sounds weird, but it's kind of true. Okay. We are operating on the assumption you have some sort of list. I recommend MailChimp or Aweber, and you're just collecting the emails of people who might want to read your book, who have raised their hand and say, hey, yeah, I'm interested in whatever it is you're writing. So assuming that email list is there, you may only have one person, and that one person may be your mom. Totally fine. But you have the list, and you have a way to get on. If we need more help, I can send people tutorials and whatnot. MailChimp is free. Yeah, thanks, Ron. Okay, so then you can send a link, and you have this opt-in form, which I'm going to kind of skip this process because it's really techy, but I will post, this is what I'll do. On my scope notes, paperravenbooks.com/periscope, I will put in a couple of really people who do tutorials on this stuff. So they'll fill in this gap. But assuming you have a list and a way for people to opt in, what you do is send them this freebie. Aweber is $19 a month, but nicer. Yeah, exactly. That's what I use. I like Aweber, but it is $19 a month. Okay, so you have your book. Convert the cover and the intro material and the first page into a PDF. And you're going to put that PDF at Scribd.com. Let me show you what it looks like. Okay. Oh, that light is really going to mess this whole tutorial up. Hold on. You suck as well. You don't have to type this in. Thank you, though. Scope notes. Scope notes. I'm going to turn off this light. You will see that my makeup is not very good today. That's fine. Okay. I would rather you see this, which is, where's my linky? Where's my link? We're not going to be able to do this way. Hold on. I'm just going to hold you. No. I did not think about this, guys. I did think about this, but I didn't think about how I was actually going to hold the phone. Okay. Here we go. Scribd.com. It'll be in the scope notes. Scribd.com. I'm just going to walk you through how this actually works, okay? So you can see I have a profile over here. And there's my picture. This is what I have uploaded to Scribd.com. It's a free service. When you go here, you can see, oh look, there's my book. There's my book. Start Writing Your Book Today by Morgan and Gusty McDonald. And it has a little blurb. A step-by-step plan to write your nonfiction book from first draft to finished manuscript. You click on it. And looky there, it takes you straight to the content. I guess I was reading it. So it starts here. Thank you, Ron. Scribd.com. And you can see I put my cover in here. I still have my dedication. But here, on every page, there is a link to startwritingyourbooktoday.com. That is an automatic redirect to my Amazon page. Let me show you what happens when you click on this link. I bought that domain and I have it automatically redirect to my Amazon page so you can buy it real fast. So that is the real strategy here. Back to the PDF. every single page has this link that takes you to buy my book. So you're reading along, that's a quote, and at the end of that page, there's the link to buy the book. Contents, looky there, link to buy the book. My free bonus video, this is on the back end of my blog. This is, I bought a separate domain just for the book. The domain is startwritingyourbooktoday.com. I have a bonus video to try to capture more leads. And here's the introduction, and I give all the way through chapter 1, but notice you're going to see this throughout on every page, a link to grab the full text. I have so many domains, Tracy, it's incredible. Okay, and then I have an about the author with my picture. And, oh, ooh, thank you. Okay, this is also the last page, Connect with Morgan. You can get a full copy of this book at startwritingyourbooktoday.com, which is where you buy it. You can see more of my books at my Amazon author profile, and then link to my services. Ooh, I need to change that. It's now paperravenbooks.com. It's totally fine. And all of my social media. Okay, so this free PDF does several things. Oh, and I want to tell you one other snazzy little thing I've done here. So this is hosted on Scribd.com, but the link is atrocious. Look at that link. I'm not going to copy and paste www.scribd.com/doc/26848. No, that's not going in an email, right? So I had bought that domain. I did an automatic redirect to, if you type in startwritingyourbooktoday.com/free sample. This is the link that I post everywhere. To get a free sample of my book, you go to startwritingyourbooktoday.com/free sample, and it's an automatic redirect to the same page. So here's what it looks like. When I send an email, the link that is in that email is, the link that I send, like this is at the bottom of my signature in my email. Want to, a little line. You want to read my book, here's, a little blurb, and here's a free sample to this link. When they read the book, they're like, oh, that sounds interesting. They go here. They're like, wow, this PDF is like right here ready for me. And on every page, I'm driving traffic to the Amazon. Every time they click on this link inside that free sample, they go straight to Amazon to buy the book. Got it? Now, the cool thing about this, okay, and then at the very end, remember, I have all of the plugs for my various social media. So I have lots and lots of opportunities to connect with people. And that's really one of the more difficult things about this whole mindset is you got to remember that people, I reference that link in my book too, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Whoa, that was bright. There we go. Yeah, so you have to get used to the idea. We're going to pretend that didn't happen. It's totally fine. Links in the front and the back of your book. Yes, Ron, totally right. So you just have to get used to talking a lot more about your book and plugging these links than you are initially comfortable with. Because people are not, they don't mind you talking about it, really. Pretty links. And yeah, I didn't quite go in there. I will put that in the notes. That's exactly what I use to create these redirects. There's a WordPress plugin called Pretty Links, and you can take that ugly, long scribd.com/doc/248632, take that long link, and just with this little plugin, put in a couple of words, and it creates the nice, pretty link with your domain in it. So, so what I hope with this sort of, and I'll write this out in the notes so that in case you're a visual person like I am, but you have your mailing list. You have a page that says, hey, I'm offering this free sample. Opt in here and get this free sample, and they can, or you can just send them the link. You can just send them the pretty link, and they go read this book. They go to your Amazon account, You can change, yeah, and you can, with pre-links, you can change the redirect at any time. When they're in your free sample, there are lots of opportunities to go buy the book. You have opportunities to join your list if they, for some reason, aren't already on your list. They have opportunities to connect with you on social media. So this is all a very strategic plan to stay in touch with your readers. That's what we're trying to go for. We're trying to get in touch and stay in touch. So this is the part of the offering the free sample helps you get in touch with them, and getting them onto your list helps you stay in touch with them, so that as you release more books, or let's say you do a free promo or something like that, you have a list to send this out to. So Tracy says, do you get their email when they see the free sample? So there's a couple different ways to do that, and as I said, I was like, oh, that sounds confusing. There's a couple different ways to do that. You can choose either one. You can either use the free sample as your opt-in. So on your website, in the sidebar, you could have a little form that says, want a free sample of my book, and you collect their first name and their email, and then send them the link to get the free sample. I have other opt-ins, so I don't actually do that. What I actually do is I just created the free sample, and I just post it everywhere, including, you know, at the signature line of my email and like on my website and stuff like that. And they don't have to give me their email to see the free sample. But then I'm really trying to get their email in the free sample. So I had a video that you could get. It was like 7 mistakes that writers make before they even start writing their book. It's a video that I've done. I'm just offering coaching advice, really. But when they're in the free sample and they click on that video, then I get their email. Or if they connect with me on any of the social media stuff, then I get connected with them on social media. So whether I'm reaching them by email or social media, I'm still trying to get in touch with them. That's how I hooked you. It's true. That was my first webinar. I've redone it now so that it's just a video and not a webinar, but that was a successful webinar. I've since done another webinar that was not successful, but I am learning. I'm going to do another one in October, so I might scope about that at some point too, as I'm gearing up for my webinar. Rand, you're doing a webinar too. Yeah, I think that's another great way. I mean, it's tricky for writers because we want to connect with our readers, not necessarily other writers. And so how do we have a webinar or any sort of opt-in or free content that connects with our readers? That's the perpetual challenge for most authors. So you don't just want to hit your colleagues, you want to get the people who really want to buy your book too. What do you guys think? Is this a strategy that you can implement either to grab emails or to just plaster all over the place to get more people's eyeballs on your book? What do y'all think? Awesome. Thank you, Ron. This has been really helpful for me also in just learning how to talk about my book more. As you know, I mean, I'm a writing coach, so I'm used to talking a lot about other people's books and a little bit more nervous about spreading my own book. So this whole concept of getting a free sample together and talking to family and friends and colleagues and social media about this free sample has been a really good lesson in learning to like take a step out there and claim status as author. And that's a difficult process to go through. How many pages do you include in the sample? I think I did chapter 1. It's a pretty short ebook. It's less than 100 pages. So, but chapter 1 was actually one of my favorite chapters. So I think it's let me scroll through and see. All the front matter plus that last page that's like connect with me is 17 pages. So that's pretty long, but you want to keep it short enough that people can like zip through it and get some sort of value and be like, oh yeah, I really like that book. I kind of want to read more. And then you have those nice little links in there that make it very easy for them to go buy it. It's right then and there. Any other questions? Ron says, I'll be offering book 2 of my serial novel free. Nice, nice. Yeah, and are you doing that through KDP promotion, like a 5-day promotion, or how are you going to distribute that? Let me know. Serials are short, yeah. How are you distributing that, Ron? Because that's it. I mean, I have not yet figured this out. In fact, this is something that I am currently trying to figure out is, can I sell my ebook outside of Amazon, but not in a PDF format, like get it to their actual devices. You can't do the website freebie if you do select, Ron says. When you sign up for Kindle Direct Publishing Select, you can't offer it for free, technically. Is that what we're saying? Because, yeah, once you publish on Amazon, I mean, Amazon becomes your publisher, your distributor, and so you do sign a contract with them about, like, if, like, I signed up as a select author, it allows me to give away my book for 5 days for free, but I can't publish it anywhere else for 90 days. So Ron's saying he did the select for his first book, and then you'll do a freebie for the next one. Oh, that's interesting. So people will see that the book is free, but if they're interested in it, they're going to have to go back and buy the first one. Am I correct on that? Sorry, I know it's hard to like respond in the text. I don't know how they catch it. Okay, I will say I have heard of people who go ahead and publish on other platforms and don't respect the 90-day contract with Amazon, but that just rubs me the wrong way. I mean, I just don't know that that's a good way to like run your author businesses by trying to scam Amazon. I'm much more likely to just play along nicely with Amazon's rules. I'm okay with that. So yes, I'm gonna post all this on the Scope Notes and give you a little visual for the 2 different ways that you can use a free sample book, as Tracy pointed out. You kind of have to choose one or the other. You either offer it as an opt-in or offer it just like for free anywhere. Oh, you're not even supposed to put it on your website. Are you saying I'm not supposed to be putting the sample on my website? Surely not, because the sample has all these links to Amazon. I have not really looked into this, though, to be perfectly honest. Take all of my advice with a grain of salt. I'm not a legal professional. Thanks for the hearts, guys. So yes, if you think a sample is okay. I think a sample is okay. It's fine. We're all learning as we go. I think it's fine. I can read the contract info, though, and get back to you if it's not okay. Alrighty guys, so just start thinking about how you're going to market your book. I still think that the craft of writing a really quality book is very important. But we can't ignore the marketing stuff, and if we're going to do marketing, we should be really strategic about it. Good luck understanding the contract. Yeah, that's true. We should be really strategic in how we market it, and offering a free sample, whether it's a simple PDF or something a little bit more complicated. I like hosting it on Scribd.com because it gives you stats and stuff too. And it's a really easy place for people to access. And Scribd, people are on Scribd already looking for free books to read, and so then you get access to the readers who are already on Scribd.com. And then you can see how many views are on and how many pages they read and stuff like that. So it's a nice little platform. It just has an ugly link, so you just got to put a pretty link to it. And then within the PDF, put those links to go buy your book and put links to your social media account and advertise your service or your other books, and you'll be good. Alrighty guys, thanks for hanging out. The scope went a little bit longer than normal, so sorry about that. But if you have any time left over in your lunch hour, go do some writing. And if you are excited, let's see, what are we talking about tomorrow? I don't know what we're talking about tomorrow, honestly. But it's going to be awesome. It's going to be all about writing and selling and your life as an author. So if you like to talk about your life as an author, Perry Buddy, follow. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for hanging out. Thanks for the hearts. And thanks, Ron. And we'll check in later. Goodbye.